Your live shows have a very immersive visual aspect to them. You guys project scenes from horror movies behind you, and I was curious if all of those are pulled from actual movies or if you guys shoot some of your own footage to kind of make sure it meshes with the song that you're playing.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, the um, the band started as a tribute to Lucio Fulci, that is an Italian director, also known as the godfather of gore. So the whole concept of the band was based on his horror movies mainly, but the idea was to having not only like death metal but having some visual while we playing, because when we started playing actually we used a drum machine. We started not with a real drummer but with a drum machine, so we felt like something was missing on stage, physically. So we try to fill that empty space with video, and these needs we had at the time, it became a sort of trademark for us. So even when a real drummer joined the band, we decided to keep this visual thing, with us. And we change every now and then. It depends on the set list we have, but most of the time we try to use the real footage from Lucio Fulci movies, and sometimes we try to modify the colors or the editing, the video editing, in order to synchronize the video to the music. So in a certain way we manipulate the video, the movies, and we add something. Doesn't matter if it's different video footage from other movies or from documentaries or colors or lightings. So we try to investigate to adapt the video to the set list we are playing.
I mean, speaking of zombie movies, if you had to choose the best zombie movie of all time, what would be your favorite?
Of course, there is the Romero, Dawn of the Dead. I think is my favorite.
See, I've always liked the remake of Dawn of the Dead a little bit more than Romero's, but I think that was because it came out right when I was in high school. Because I remember me and my buddy went to the movie theater 7 times.
Yeah. I saw that at the movie theater as well. It's quite old. It's at least 20 years ago, maybe.
And then actually, the dude that directed the new Superman movie, he wrote that movie way back. He made Guardians of the Galaxy. He made all kinds of stuff for Disney.
Yeah, it's true. But also the remake of Night of the Living Dead is very nice, made by Tom Savini, beginning of the 90s. That one also is very nice.
If you had to pick 3 horror movies that you would tell someone just getting into the genre to watch to kind of get them sucked in, what 3 would you pick?
Yeah, for sure, one Romero movies you have to see in your life. This is very important. And then maybe I'll pick a very old movie like Nosferatu, can be, but the old one from the 20s. And then maybe an Italian movie. Yeah, maybe a Dario Argento movie, like Deep Red, classic.
Are you guys from the same town as Lucio Fulci? Or do y'all live close to the same?
Not really, because Lucio Fulci was from Rome, and our hometown is Napoli, that is a couple of hours down in the south. So I mean, it's not the same town, but it's very, very close. And we are in touch with his daughter, Antonella Fulci. Yeah, she's very supportive with us also, and she really likes the project. I mean, she always says, I'm very happy you bring my father's name into this kind of music and art that is not only movie. And it's very interesting how my father influenced also things that are not only cinema or movies, you know. So this is very important for us that she appreciate what we do.
So another thing that you guys do that I love when bands do it right, you sample movies to add to the music and create another layer to your sound. How do you choose which samples to use? Do you write the song first and then go back and watch the movie to find something?
Yeah, the process is very psychotic. I mean, yeah, yeah, it's like a very autistic thing, you know. We watch the movies several times, like alone or together, while on tour in the band. We watch the movie again and again and again, and then I start to usually write some riffing, and then we jam and we create the songs, and then comes the lyrics that usually are based on the highlights of the movie. I mean, some scenes, you know, inspire us the story of the lyrics. So we start, for example, from wood splinter in the eyes of the girl of the movie, and then we create a story behind it, you know. And that's how it works. And then, you know, it's very natural. Things come after very easily. So we understand that maybe connecting two songs, we need a sample, and we try to pick the sample that can link the two songs together in order to have an album that sounds like a unique thing, you know, like one song, you know. So so this is very, after all this process, this come out very natural. And at the beginning we just stole the samples from the movies, but then after we started to play also synths and drum machines to recreate the same vibes of the soundtracks of the movie, and adding some spoken words from the movie in order to make something original and not just stealing like Mortician did, for example, that I really like. But you know, we wanted to make our own thing in a different way, like an evolution of stealing, but stealing and manipulate at the same time. So this is how we do it now.
On Tropical Sun, I thought that there was a new sound kind of came in, that the kind of 80s synthesizer, like 80s horror sounds coming. Were those like something that y'all wrote?
No, that one we played. We didn't play it by ourselves at the time, but we involved these friends of us that they play electronic music. They are more into house techno music, but they really know the machines, and we explained them the idea, and they played it for us. So that's how it was, and I think it came out very very interesting, because also they added their own style that is is different. So we explained them the idea, but they also played in their own way, so it come out like very original.
We saw y'all posted something about a new project begins, and it looked to me like either you're shooting a new video or you're shooting a movie. Can you tell us any more about that new project?
Since a couple of years, maybe, we started to investigate the possibility to produce movies also, not only albums. And we are really having fun doing this. And we partnered with this movie director that is called like me, Dom. So it's another Dom, and he's not into heavy metal or any kind of extreme music. He's totally listen to a totally different kind of music, like 70s funky music.
I do too, so I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, I really like. But it's funny because he's a director, and um, he knows very well the horror movies from the 70s and the 80s. So we are connected for this passion for the movies, but not for the music. And it's a very interesting connection because we is learning new things, about death metal and extreme music in general. And also he's kind of shooting movies is more is splatter and horror, of course, but is more like also more 70s style, more like Tarantino style, let's say. So it's a very interesting combination, and we already did a project together last year to promote our last album, Duck Face Killings, and we use all the money we had for the 2 music video to make this fake trailer with this director. So we did like a trailer of a movie that doesn't exist actually, and he used our music as a soundtrack for this trailer. So we show it during our release party of the album, and every show we screen the trailer before our show. So when you come at our show, it's like going to a movie theater. You before watching the movie, you see the trailer.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of vibe and now we're starting a new project with him to make an actual movie, like a short movie, 20 minutes or so, something like this. And we recorded a couple of new songs that he will use as a soundtrack for this movie. And the movie is based on Lucio Fulci, City of the Living Dead, but is a mashup with The Four of Apocalypse, that is a Western movie by Lucio Fulci. So it's a kind of Western movies with zombies that starts in the Western movie era, like more than 100 years ago, and then these zombies come back in the 80s, and there is a mess, because these guys found this book and the deads come back to life, and you will see maybe.
Your lyrics were inspired by the movies of Lucio Fulci, and I think your music sounds inspired by old school death metal. I was wondering, what were your favorite bands growing up?
Yeah, of course, we don't try to hide our influences in death metal, so it's very obvious that we are influenced by the Morrisound era death metal, the Floridian death metal from the beginning of the 90s, but also the New York death metal is a huge influence for us. Bands like Suffocation or Mortician or Necrophagia. And also we listen to a lot of European death metal, like Bolt Thrower, Benediction, the death metal phase of Napalm Death, or Asphyx, Carcass. We are not in our sound. You cannot listen Swedish death metal influences. We are not so much into that kind of death metal. We are more into American death metal, and we also like bands from the beginning of 2000, like Dying Fetus, or all the Relapse Records era, golden era of Relapse Records. Actually, for me, the beginning of 2000s, all that bands, like Skinless, Dying Fetus, and Nile, and We Love Cryptopsy, all these kind of brutal death metal from late 90s, beginning of
Described my whole
2000,
playlist. So yeah.
Devourment and Disgorge and all, everything was brutal, gore and nasty was good for us, But we listened to a lot of hardcore music as well, hardcore punk from New York area or European hardcore. One of our favorite band is Chrome Eggs or Marauder from New York. So we are very open-minded.
What would you say the differences are touring in America versus touring in Europe?
One big difference is the miles. Everything is very far. Everything is very, very far. I mean, we have to drive all the time. This is very different. It's very hard for us also. I mean, in Europe, everything is closer. I mean, you can reach some place in 1 hour, 2 hours. In US, no. You have to drive a lot, at least minimum 5 hours, 6 hours. This is crazy for us. Still. We cannot manage this, but it's part of the story, part of the tour. So every time we travel in US, we really love the landscape is amazing. These long drives, sometimes you see very beautiful places, and this is a very good experience for us. Very different. The nature and the countryside and also the skylines are very different from Europe, so it's something very inspiring for us.
We caught you guys in Houston on the Cannibal Corpse tour with Full of Hell and Municipal Waste.
Yeah, I mean, we were touring with our favorite band of all time, Cannibal Corpse. So I mean, I can also hang my guitar and retire at this point. So it was an amazing tour with amazing people and amazing bands, because also Full of Hell and Municipal Waste were very cool people, great musicians. So I think we spent some beautiful moments with them. It was 6 weeks tour, so it was very long, but it was very fast, very, very fast. And I remember Houston show because it was one of the best show we did. I mean, it was packed up since the beginning when we played, because we were the opening band, and the crowd was crazy even if we were the opening band, and we really appreciate that, and in general all the Texas shows were very, very good for us, one of the best.
A few members of the band have side projects in other bands. Are any of you guys releasing any new music or have plans with one of your other bands this year?
Yeah, I just released an EP with my metallic hardcore band called Stone Cold, and also I have a side project more into ambient electronic music, and I'm working on some soundtracks for some movies, and the other guitar player, he also has a hardcore band that is touring Europe quite often, and the drummer has several projects, 10 projects. He got a hardcore beatdown band, then he got a hyper brutal gore death metal solo project in the vein of Deeds of Flesh and Putrid Pile stuff, very underground guttural gore music. I mean, we we cannot stay like quiet for a few minutes. We need to do, every day some music, some noise. Also, our singer is playing in several bands. He's also starting playing guitar in Spirit Adrift, stoner heavy metal band from Texas. So we are quite busy.
What plans does the band have for the rest of 2026? Are y'all going to come back to the States, or are y'all staying closer to home?
Yeah, I mean, we already planning 2027 because 2026 is already full. So yes, we are going to tour Europe in February with Sanguisuga Bog.
Is that how you say it?
That they are. Yeah, I think every country is say in a different way. Like German people is the weird way. At least I heard about this name, but in Italy we say sanguisuga.
I always try to add the letter N in there for some reason. I've never been able to figure out why.
Yeah, but bog is easy. So we will tour with them, and then by the end of March we will have our own festival in Italy, in Milan, and it's called Fulci. It's a convention that mix movies and music. So we invited Goblin, the band from that they did most of the soundtracks from Dario Argento movies and also Romero movies. Dawn of the Dead soundtrack was made by Goblin. So we invited them to play this festival with us. So it will be very interesting, and we will have like two venues. One is a club and one is a movie theater. So we will screen movies, play music for 2 days, and this will be by the end of March. And then in May we will come back in US. There is the Metal and Beer Festival beginning of May, and then we will start a tour, still not announced, but it will be announced soon, I guess. And then during summer we will have a lot of European festivals like Hellfest and Graspop and all the main European festivals. In the meantime, we are writing a new album, and in October, November, end of the year, we are going to release and make a new tour in Europe, and then 2027 we will see. So we are quite busy.